Hi everyone, I am David from the Community Access Support Service and I'm a networker in the north of Bristol.
And I'm Dan. I also work for the Community Access Support Service and I'm a networker in South Bristol. So yeah, we're here today to talk about stress, anxiety and depression. Obviously at the moment, really difficult, uncertain times for everyone. And we're probably all feeling a bit of those at the moment, and mental health's definitely taking a knock. So it's more important than ever to look after ourselves. Looking after our physical health is one thing, but the other side to that coin is looking after our mental health and our minds. So we can all learn to spot the signs and we can also learn what we need to do to take extra care of ourselves and what things work best for us. So today we're talking about anxiety. We're going to look into a bit about what it is and how it feels and what you can do to try and mitigate it a little bit. So yeah, David, what do you often feel anxious? How does it feel to you? And
I mean,
we'll talk about what we do later on, but yeah.
No, and I think I do. I do sometimes feel anxious, and I think it's a really normal human response to the environment we're in at the moment. Anxiety is definitely a sense of feeling, uneasy or worried or fearful or uncertain, and I think all of those words describe the period of time that we're in. So I think it's really natural to feel that way. And I think you might start to notice things when you feel anxious, such as your heartbeat going, shortness of breath. Some people in extreme cases can suffer from panic attacks. Really frightening. So I think it's really important to look after yourself as best you can at the moment and to just notice what's going on for you. Anxiety is often fueled by chaos or a lot of things going on or a sense of being overwhelmed. So if you are, you're doing too many things, you might notice that you feel anxious or that you're struggling to sort of cope with things or have feelings around that. So you might notice things such as shortness of breath, really common. Some people experience sort of dizziness and headaches can be common also with anxiety. And some people also socially withdraw, so it can affect you on a behavior level because you feel socially anxious. So I think all of those things are things to look out for. And as usual, if it's over an extended period of time, that's definitely a time to seek further support. So I guess it's helpful to know the signs and symptoms, but it's also helpful to know what we might do about it. So, Dan, when you're feeling anxious or in general, what do you think is a good port of call thing to do, or what helps you?
Yeah, lots of different things help me. I like getting outside. I like kind of taking myself out of a situation. Often, you can feel like anxiety is all around you, but getting outside into nature really helps me into the green and trying to forget about what I'm worrying about. Yeah, it can be really, really helpful for me. Exercise really helps me. Yeah, chatting to friends or my wife, talking over worries often really, really helps, get some perspective. Yeah, I think different people have different things that help them. And one really useful tool to look at to get ideas is the 5 Ways to Wellbeing, which is a 5 different kind of different areas you can look to do things in that have been scientifically proven to make us feel better and less anxious, less worried. And some of the things I've said are in there. So that's a really useful tool, and there'll be a link to that at the end of this presentation. But yeah. What about yourself? What kind of things do you do, David?
Similar things, I think, Dan. Being outside really helps me. Writing things down, writing and being creative. I also enjoy cooking, actually, so that's often something that can lower my anxiety levels. I think the sensory element that really helps me there. So I think it is good to know your own things that work for you. It's good to understand what helped you, because in times of crisis or anxious moments, that can be, you know, your best tool or resource often. But there are times when these things take over us, and you know they're there for extended periods of time, and you still feel anxious even after the said stressful event. And then I think it's really important to get support. You know, so you know, visiting your GP is a really good option. Looking at your networks, you know, if you're not ready to go to your GP, looking at your networks, you might have friends or family friends that, you know, are specialists in areas that help reduce anxiety. So often you find things like yoga or mindfulness can be really helpful. So doing things that really ground you and make you feel calm, thinking of really calming activities can often be really supportive for people. As I said, if you're really struggling and your anxiety is over an extended time, you know, do go and see your GP who can signpost you. Also, obviously, the CAS website has lots of great resources for anxiety. So please see the slide attached to this video, and that'll give you lots of options for support services, from groups to one-to-one stuff to self-help stuff. Really useful for dealing with anxiety. You know, but as always, the main thing is to try and look after self the best you can, and know that you're not alone with those feelings. So take care, look after yourself, and hope you enjoyed the video.
Thanks. Take care.